First 6 weeks test review, or not review, going over what you had on the test on last week, reviewing your answers. Max and Jack bought a large pizza this year. Max ate 5/8 of the pizza. What fraction of the pizza was left? So we know the whole thing is 8/8. So what's left if you took 5/8? You know, it's just 3/8 because 8/8 is the whole thing. Number two, a survey showed that 150 students at Sherman Junior High chose chocolate as their favorite ice cream flavor. Of these students, three-fifths were girls. How many boys at the Sherman Junior High chose chocolate as their favorite? So three-fifths were girls that chose it. Then it must be two-fifths will be boys. So 2/5. You can always change this to a decimal if you want, and if you divide the 5 into the 2 or 2.00, you're going to get 40% or 0.40. You could do it that way and then multiply it times the 150. Or you can just multiply 150 times 2/5. So let me write it down. 150 times 2/5. So you can either multiply straight across or you can find the factors and cross divide. So if we were to multiply straight across, I know twice 150 is 300. And then 300 divided by 5, which is in our denominator, is 60. Okay, number 3. Danny's youth football team gained 5 yards on the first play, so that's plus 5. Lost 9 yards on the next play, so minus 9. And as I work this, I'm just going to do the operation, go ahead and work it out. So that would give you a minus 4. Then on the next, they gained 3. So then I put plus 3. So where are we at now? We are at negative 1. Number 4. So we're going to do just the first two numbers first. Don't worry about the third one. So like I was saying, when you have the two signs in between the numbers, you change that to add. That's what you do when you have the, don't worry about the sign in front of the number. So once we change this to add, we have a negative 27 and a positive 5. Different signs mean you're going to use the operation of subtraction. So this would be a 5, 6, 7. This would be a negative 2. Because I actually subtracted negative 12 rather, because it's 5 minus 27. Gives me a negative 12. Negative 12. And then minus 12. So that would give you a negative 12 when you subtracted that. Minus 12. Let me see, I made a mistake here. Let me start it over. And then you have, this is a positive 5 now. 5, no, it's not 12, it's 22. I'm so sorry. That was a negative 22 minus 12. Okay, so it's still a negative. So you have a negative 22 minus just a regular 12. And you change the sign plus a negative. So when you combine that, you still have a negative, and that's going to be a negative 34. Now we're on number 5. 50 plus a negative 16. So there's different signs, so we have to subtract that. So I'm going to subtract these two numbers because they have different signs. They're borrowed. So 3, and then you can always check by addition to make sure you did it right. 10 3, 4, 5. So we know that is going to be a positive 34. Then minus 5. So when you subtract that, there are different signs. So we subtract, and that will give us 29. Positive 29 because the 34 is larger looking number, or the larger number rather. Number 6 in the table below shows the amount of rainfall in Maryville during each week in April. What is the total amount? So you have to add all the numbers, you find the common denominator, and the answer is H. Starting in number 7, that answer is C. You have the purchase of a t-shirt for $25.50 and pants for $35.75. So he purchased that and he received $3.75 back from the sales clerk. How much did he give the sales clerk? So when you added it together and subtracted, you'd have to determine that he gave her $65. And looking at number 8, the table shows the height of 3 students. How much taller is Aaron and Siri? So you have Aaron, and you have Siri, and you go and says taller. How much more? How much taller? This is a subtraction problem, so you would subtract, and the answer is H. Okay. Number 9 is C. If you have a question specifically, send me a message to Edmodo. Number 10 is we've done several of these problems in class, so that answer is H. And see number 11. Which one is the larger? This is A, which is greater than. And number 12 is H. And up, you had a chart you could use to get number 13. You shouldn't have gotten any of this wrong, incorrect. So that's A. Okay, number 14 is G. So you see the points on the line here, which is a whole way. I gave you a chart that you could have looked at for that. Now 15 is D. The 16 is H. Number 17 is D. Number 18 is J. Number 19 is A. Number 20 is J. And the last, the back part, 21 is B. So it's 1 and 3/4. That's 1. It's almost a 2. And now let's scoot over to the other side. 22, different signs subtract. So when you subtract that, you're going to get 1, which is C. And then 23 is B. Different signs, you still subtract because the 75 is a positive and 98 is a negative because the subtraction sign is in front of it. And number 24 is C.